Hey guys, it's Kelly. Welcome back to Yard Sale Squad. Today I wanted to go through and share with you my bedroom. This is the first in a series of videos where I'm going to be talking about secondhand items in my space. So I'm just going to go through and show you the items in our bedroom and tell you about how and where we got them and some of the stories behind them, and I hope you enjoy it. So this is probably a familiar sight since this is where most of my videos end up being filmed. Whenever you first walk through the bedroom door, you see our bed and you see the photo wall behind me. If you have not watched that video of how to recreate this, then I will link that here so that you can watch that. This bedspread I've mentioned before, it was a $5 yard sale find. The actual bed frame belonged to my grandparents, and I believe it is an antique, and it was painted gold when we got it, and we just painted it black. We actually have purchased a new bed frame because we are upgrading the size of our bed, so I will update you guys as we get that all into place. Our nightstands were actually Craigslist finds. They were from IKEA. It took me a while to find what I really wanted. I wanted something that would be close to the height of the bed so that there wouldn't be such a height difference. On my nightstand, I have this lamp. These are Target lamps. These were actually bought brand new. I have two journals underneath a planter that I bought at a store in the mountains. And then down below that on the shelf, I have a basket that was new from Kohl's. I keep journals, my Bible, other books in this. Right next to that, this should also look familiar to you, and this is my rocking chair. I've mentioned this on Instagram and here as well. This was a yard sale find last year, and it just so happened that I was looking for a rocking chair because I was expecting our daughter. And so this is a well-loved, well-used chair that sits here in the corner. Throughout the room, I have a few different thrifted baskets and containers, and the first one is here next to the rocking chair. I like to keep some books here so that whenever I'm putting Andy down to bed at night, I can read to her. She is still in our room in a pack and play, and so right now this just makes sense for us. Our bedroom is connected to our master bath and to our master closet. So those are the doors that you see on the opposite side of the room of our bed. On the wall, I have two thrifted frames. These I bought a long time ago, and in them I have some watercolors that I actually did myself. I found out last year that watercolor painting is really therapeutic for me, and so while I'm not an expert at it, I am still learning, and I love watching the different colors mixed together, and I love seeing how you can leave white space and give the illusion of a 3D image. Most of the time I don't know anything about the colors or what I'm doing. I just find a picture that I really like and I try to imitate it, and it's just been a really fun activity for me. Down below that, I have this little metal pull cart. I think this came from an antique store, but it's been a long time since I purchased this one, so I don't really remember. So moving over to the wall in between the closet and the bathroom. This dresser actually belonged to my great-grandfather, and it was passed to me from my mom. It has a few dings here and there, but it really has a lot of character, and I like the deep wood tone. On top of it, I mentioned the thrifted baskets. This basket is one that I mentioned in my at-home tag, so if you haven't watched that, I will link that here. But this holds sort of our diapering station. Right next to that, I have a Magnolia Home pitcher. This was a gift from my husband a few years ago, and in it I just have some fake hydrangeas and some eucalyptus. Right next to that, I have our essential oil diffuser. I keep this little white dish next to it. This was also a thrifted dish. I think I paid maybe 75 cents for this. I like to keep just various things in here. Baby fingernail clippers, essential oil rollers, essential oil bottles, lotions, that sort of thing. And then on the wall behind that, this canvas is very special to us. This was actually what we chose to do at our wedding. in lieu of a unity candle. I knew I wanted to do something different, so we each did this painting together. We had the canvas and the paints set up at the altar, and we each drew half of a heart and then drew our initials, and then we each drew part of the plus sign in the middle, and it has hung in our bedroom ever since. As we move over, these hampers were also a gift from my husband a few years ago, and they just hold light clothes and dark clothes. Before we had these hampers, we actually just used apple baskets. So if you have any apple baskets, that could be a simple thing for you, especially for the fall time. Moving over to the other side of the room, my husband's nightstand and lamp situation is pretty much the same, and he has books on the shelf underneath as well. This mirror was a gift from my mom a few years ago. It's so nice to have a full-length mirror to be able to look at your outfit. And then this chair is an item that I mentioned in my 5 favorite finds under $5 video that I did with Rachel from Sweet and Simple Home. If you haven't watched that yet, I'll also link that here. This bedspread was part of that as well. Alright guys, well I think that's all. Thank you so much for watching. Please tune in. I'm going to share a few more areas of our home and just our life in general and talk about our secondhand finds. And I will talk to you guys soon.